Welcome to another day of Close on Monday. I'm with my guy, my best friend, man, my little bro, the co-host of this day show. This is my guy Wilk, man. Tell him where you coming from, man.
What's going on with y'all? It's your boy Wilk from Forever Family Fridays, joining y'all on Close on Mondays as a co-host. First of all, it's a great honor to be with my boy, my big bro, Ace Boone Coon, like he said. But
This
it's
boom,
a
cool.
blessing, Ace, a blessing to be co-host on Close on Mondays today.
Man, we got some major in store for you guys all year long, man. I promise you. And this is my accountability partner. He gonna get me right. I'm gonna get him right. We're gonna get each other right, man. We're gonna make sure everything is done correctly, man. You gotta have somebody that gonna be in your corner and force you to get that job done. It ain't gonna be no maybe. We got somebody that gonna help you and help myself. Man, you gotta have that person, man. You gotta have that guy in your corner, man, or female. You know what I'm saying? So we here to get it started. What we got today, Deion?
Like he said, you always gotta have that accountability part. And I'm gonna hold my boy Mon and Closed on Mondays accountable for 2022. If you checked into Forever Family Fridays, you know how we coming all 2022, doubling
All
it up. Let's go for it.
2022.
But
Blues,
most of
blues.
all, man, just bringing it to y'all off strength, man. And I hope, and I feel like everybody can relate to this. And Mon, I'm just gonna let you feed it off. I'm gonna run it off for you, man. Um, but what I got for you today, man, I just want a clear explanation or try to get a good conversation going on. What is mental block?
Mental blocks, man. Mental block is the title for the day. But mental block is, man, is pretty much a pause, a stopping point in the brain, man. Like for me, it's like when I'm going through a mental block, man, I pause, I'll be in depressing, I'll be depressing, stressing. I just be going through something and it be all in my head, man. Sometimes it don't even be physical things. And sometimes it don't even be monetary things. It just be me being in my own way. As that's my definition of mental blocks, man. But it's like a pausing point, a step back, And it sometimes, man, some people do not overcome mental blocks. But that's my little take on mental blocks, man. It's like to me, it's like a small step back, or either a pause in what you're doing for your business, what you're doing for your self development, your health. You know what I'm saying? Mental blocks can go with anything, man, but those are one of the things I'm struggling with. Mental block is something real, man, something serious, but you got to overcome it. It's another day. You know what I'm saying? So what it mean to you, Deon? What you got, man?
For me, and to piggyback off what you said, mental block, I just feel like it's it's an everyday thing. You can't ignore it. You feel what I'm saying? But for me, when I hear mental block, what comes to mind is it's it's a barrier keeping me from thinking about whatever I need to think about to be productive.
Mental obstacles. Yeah.
So basically, it's like it's just a invisible barrier that keep me from being productive in whatever I'm trying to be productive in, whether it's business, personal, or just doing stuff. You feel me? And to break it down even more simple, it's just not being able to immerse yourself into whatever uh, action or whatever training or whatever thought process you might be going through. You feel me? Like sometimes you could be like, okay, I got this goal I'm trying to achieve by the end of this week. You feel what I'm saying? But it probably take you thinking on that every day to achieve that goal. Let's just say Monday and Tuesday might go good. Wednesday, everybody know that when it kick in because everybody think it wind down Wednesday. But on Wednesday, you might get stuck. You trying to think on how can I finish to achieve that goal. But you thinking it wind down Wednesdays in your mind, and you ain't been nowhere productive. You can't even think about what you're trying to get done or that goal because your mind elsewhere. Like mental block comes from different ways and different things. You feel what I'm saying? You could try to immerse yourself or try to think about this and be like, all right, if I get this done before Friday, I'm good. But come Wednesday, it might be a different story because you like, man, I done went hard Monday and Tuesday, and you could possibly try to push yourself that Wednesday, but 9 times out of 10, if you used to chilling on Wednesdays or just relaxing on wind down Wednesdays or something, get what you could try to immerse yourself in that on a Wednesday, but I guarantee your brain or your body is so trained to be relaxed and just kicking it on Wednesday, your mind won't even want to think for you. And that's just a mental block. Like your mind don't even want to work for you. You
Man,
feel
that's
me?
something done. That's a mouthful, man. That's a mouthful. You said something then. So my thing well, it's one of the frequently asked questions, man. How do you overcome mental block? For me, I start first. For me, man, it like I said before, sometimes mental blocks, it don't be a lot of physical things going on in your life. So I try to do something physical. I go to the gym. I work out. You know what I'm saying? I meditate. Those one of the things, and that actually got me back on my feet a couple of weeks ago when I was going through a mental block or a small depression or whatever, small anxiety or whatever. I had to meditate, man. I had to really sit still, close my eyes without falling asleep, and just meditate for like at least 10 minutes. Did that, and I was just thinking about everything. I kind of like slowed time down, and I thought about everything that I need to get done. And I thought about the first two things, like the first two most important things I need to get done. I said, I'm gonna focus on two things, one or two things at a time. Me personally, I say focus on one thing at a time, but I wanted to do two, and I was able to conquer that. Once I conquered the first two things, I felt like I had a win for the day. I was proud of myself. The next day, I got two more different things to do, like different tasks as far as business. I picked those two out. I conquered those two. I felt like I'm moving up the ladder. I kept moving. So that was those are one of the things I do. Meditate and work out. Those two things, those are the two most important things to me as of right now. That's what I do to overcome my mental block. So what you got, Dion? What you
And
do, man?
and
Everybody different.
yeah, everybody different, but I feel like as an athlete, and I'm pretty sure all athletes, can speak for this at some point in their career. Working out, just everybody know that's real, and that helps you get
That
away
clear
from a
your
lot of
head.
stuff.
That clear your
You
head
feel
the
what I'm saying?
fastest way.
Working out clears your head and stuff like that. So we'll just say that's a generic answer. You feel what I'm saying? But to be more personal, what helped me overcome mental block, it is basically trying to relax my mind, relax my brain, like just get away from whatever I might be blocked from. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, it's something I know I got to get done for my business, but you feel what I'm saying? Is it is a such thing as when they say when you growing up or something, you study wrong, you study long. Sometimes if you immerse yourself in something for too long, your brain going, hey, look, man,
Yeah,
I don't study, I don't put in enough for the day. Give me, let go look at cartoons or something. You feel what I'm saying? To get my
yeah.
mind over there. But for me personally, that what helps me relax is dogs. Like literally, if of course working out, but just dogs. You feel me? Just learning about different
No,
dogs just understanding dogs are companions. They sense when something wrong with you, this and that. Like nowadays, everybody got a dog, whether it's a little
right.
Chihuahua or a Great Mastiff. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like for me myself, it is animals. You feel what I'm saying? Just getting away and just being able to relax animals. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, watching Animal Planet. Just learning different things about how
Okay.
animals go about life. You gotta understand their brain cannot think on the level ours can. You feel me? That's why we were blessed
Right.
to be human beings. You feel me? But sometimes you gotta think about how simple functioning animals go throughout their life compared to our life. You feel what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because
Boy
they
said
do
something
the
then.
same. They do the same thing like on the regular. Like every day you see a squirrel, they're trying to find something that nut to eat. You feel me saying? So that's just how they go. You feel me? And I might not should have used that scenario or whatever, but this
Man,
is
that's
show.
true
You know,
though.
ain't you feel me saying?
It's
An
true.
animal is typically do the same thing over and over because it doesn't have the creative mind that a human being has. You feel me saying? And for me, it just sometimes you just gotta just get away from everything and relax. Look at something basic. You feel me saying? So your brain can recalibrate. You know, that's just how I get over mental blocks. But one thing that people fail to realize, and it's just a question that I kind of want to ask you though, is how often do you have mental blocks? Like in a sense, like how often do you have mental blocks?
To be honest with you, man, like I know we talked about this earlier. Like sometimes I don't feel like I have it every week. I feel like I have it like every once in a while, man. It don't be every week because I might have a winning month, man. Like last man, December I was winning. November I was winning. I'm doing excellent. January came around here, man. I don't know what happened, but it was like a big click, like a invisible obstacle, and it slowed me down. But like I was like, what the freak I'm doing? Like I couldn't move forward, man. And I don't know if I was one of the other things that caused me to block social media, man. And when I see that and I compare myself, that's when I really go off the deep end. And that probably what caused it, because I was on
Mm-hmm.
social media like right before the New Year's, and once it hit, I'm like, in my mind, I want to speed up my process so fucking bad. Excuse my language, man. I might blurt that out, but I want to speed up my process so bad. It's in my mind, man. I really want to do that, but it's not gonna last long if I do that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy, man. So I don't have them often, man. The the last time I had one, besides a couple of weeks ago, honestly, man, probably like August. I had
August.
one. August was like the last time I had one. I don't know why I didn't have them then. It's just I was so focused on what I was doing. It's like I had my blinders on. I didn't even look
Mm-hmm.
at social media. I didn't care what other people had. I didn't care how much money they had. It didn't bother me at all. Then like this recent, like I was comparing people that's doing the exact same thing as me, not the other people. I don't care what they're doing, but the people that's doing exactly what I'm doing, I was comparing myself to them, and I was like, what am I doing wrong? So I had to challenge myself, man. It was all mental, man. It's all mental. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I went back into the lab and I recalibrated everything. And when I meditate, my meditation, man, I'm talking to God for 10 minutes strong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't just think about all my business. I'm asking God, please show me the way. Please make sure
Yeah.
I'm doing the right thing. Please, you know what I'm saying? God, if I'm in the wrong space, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Is this a test? Like, let me know. Am I being tested? Let me know. So I'm having a conversation with God, and I'm thanking Him for everything He done gave me this, like last year, this year. I'm thinking about my future. I'm praying for that and all that stuff, man. That's what I keep doing. But I haven't had one in a while, so some people have them every day, man. Some people have them every week.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. How often do you have them, man?
Um, man, I'm kind of like with the latter part of what you said. I feel like you can have them often. Like I feel like you can have them on the regular. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But it is how you going about something. You feel what I'm saying? Let's just say like this right here. If you locked in on one thing for like a long period of time, that just be your brain will automatically shut down. That's just like if you studying, it's like if you got a math test in the morning and you ain't done none, you ain't been doing your homework or studying on the regular, you're gonna try to cram that in that night before. And get what I guarantee your brain gonna crash and you're gonna have a mental block. Come
That's
time to take
true.
that test, get up to that test in the morning, you have a mental block because you submerge yourself into one thing for a long period of time. But in actuality, I feel like as a human, with the way our mind and how creative we are, I feel like it's meant for humans to multitask or be able to think about multiple different things at one time. That's why they say you go through a lot of thoughts within one day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just feel like mental blocks, yeah, they can happen every day. They can happen weekly. They can happen monthly. But from my standpoint, I feel like it's about how much you don't immerse yourself into something and not giving your brain a break. So that just say, like I was referring to earlier, like you can have a goal set up for Friday, but Monday and Tuesday you booking it. Wednesday you might hit that block. But it can be sometime where you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night before you know you finna achieve that goal, bam, you like, nah, I can't be that close to achieving that goal and
Right.
Friday tomorrow. So automatically, you done been working your brain so much that you feel like you probably done forgot something or you didn't do something right. And get what? They're gonna send you into a block. In actuality, you did what you wanted to do. You was putting progress, you being productive, you feel what I'm saying? But get what? Like I always say, that devil gonna come play around with your mind. You feel what I'm saying? But at
Right.
that same point in time, that's what I'm saying. If you know how to multitask and stuff like that, I'm like you. If you can pick a point in time throughout the day to where you can your alone time, give thanks to the man above, you feel what I'm saying? Talk about whatever you gotta talk about with him, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like he brings you back down to a peace and your mind locks back in because you know deep down inside what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to go. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
a mental block can be played in multiple different type of ways. For me, I'm like you. I ain't really into social media like that or none of that. You know, my mental blocks come from if I'm locked in on something too long and I don't go relax. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a two-wheel shouter. Like without me having my motorcycle, dirt bike, or none of that, you know what I mean? Up here, I gotta find another way to get away from stuff,
Cool.
and that's
Right.
working out and stuff like that. You feel me saying? So in a sense, do I feel like you can control mental blocks? Yeah, but in a sense, no, I don't think you can, and I don't think you can necessarily control how often they happen. In a sense, if I'm, I don't think. I hope I'm not contradicting
It,
myself in the way.
situations happen, man. It's a guy, man. I took a mental class. You know about that the mental class I took. But
Mm-hmm.
he was speaking on mental blocks and all type of. He called it forgot what he called it, mental baggage or whatever. However, but he teaches, and what he got going on is pretty dope. He teaches entrepreneurs or regular people how to unlock or erase the mental block. Erase. I don't know how you do it. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to take the class one day. His full course. I took the mini course. But anyways,
Mm-hmm.
he teach people how to erase. He said he erasing it permanently. I don't know how. Erase depression, erase anxiety, erase stress, and all of those are like cousins. Erase any like mental block, any like procrastination. That's another mental block. He teaches people like me and you how to eliminate that permanently. I don't know how you do it, but that's very interesting, man, for him to unravel that or
Yeah,
ball it up. But
and
it's like you got to put it in a box and put a lock on it. Because that stuff,
yeah,
adversity, man, like life, anything can happen, man. Like situations, like death in a family, you get sick, your family gets sick, anything, you lost a job, or anything can happen, man. So that can cause all of those things I just named. But
yeah.
the main thing, like like I was saying earlier, um, what's the name? What I was saying earlier, meditate. I'm sorry, meditating is one of those key factors for me. It helps me calm down. But another thing you have brought up, you asked what caused mental blocks and all that stuff. Man, doing too much of something or doing just one thing can cause a mental block. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer that, man, I had to release myself from a lot of things because I was like, I'm trying to juggle 8 different things at one time. I'm gonna get a mental block. If I'm focusing on only on one thing for a long period of time, I'm gonna get a mental block. That causes mental blocks for me too. But
Mm-hmm.
what were we speaking on? How often do
But
you have mental
yeah,
block?
but
Okay.
But the main part is, and then I hope some people can relate or try to relate. But deep down inside, how do being in the mental block or having a mental block make you feel though? Like whether it's emotionally, mentally, or whatever you want to call it. Like, how
Man,
does it being in the mental block make you feel?
I got like two like sides of it. Depressed. I rarely get depressed, man. I rarely get depressed. And my depression started like 2, 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Maybe yeah, about 2 years ago, 2, 3 years ago. Let's just say that it started. And another way, procrastination, man. When I take forever to get started on something, you know what I'm saying? That's a mental block, and it might be me trying to make something perfect. I don't know, cause I'll be like, I want to go when I start something. And this is a bad habit to have. I want to have everything done before I even get started. And that sounds so crazy, man. Like I want to have everything lined up from A to Z before I get started. Which you can start something, man, and you can fix. You know, you start on A, you can fix C before you get there. You can fix D before you get there. You know what I'm saying? You can go to B, you can keep going, you can climb it like that. But me, on the other hand, I be wanting to do A from Z all the way planned out before I even get started on something. That helps me. But I don't know. Some people different. Some people jump out there, hey, and freestyling from A to Z. I can't do that. I'm a fumble and I'm a mental block. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get caught up in my
Yeah,
own web. But
yeah.
so what's your input on that, man?
I I'm gonna say I'm kind of, I'm the type of person. I'm a
How you feel?
freestyler. You feel what I'm saying? I could be working on A, but drawing out B in my mind. You feel what I'm saying? And for me, I and I, which I say, I'm not gonna say I don't get mental blocks, but when I do, like I said, I just go back to the basics, break me back down to the basics, put my brain back on the basics. But for me, and I hope some people agree to it. Yeah, when I think about it, I'm trying to get from A to Z. You feel me saying? But I'm the type person I like to break it down for myself. If I'm drawing A, I'm thinking about B. You feel me saying? Because I already
Right.
know A down on that paper. You feel me saying? Once it get inked on that paper, it's a go. You feel me saying? I'm thinking about the next best thing, which is B. And if I do that, you feel me saying? For the next thing I know, I'm big element on B. You feel me saying? And I just go about it like that. You feel me saying? But if I am in a mental block, bro, from my standpoint, I feel like I'm wasting a day. I feel like I ain't, I'm not there. You feel what I'm saying? And if I feel like
Yeah.
I'm wasting a day, I don't feel like I'm being as thankful as I should be. Let's just say it like that, because
Right.
they do say in some sense you do control your thoughts. You feel what I'm saying? Which in other words, I feel like if you are in a mental block, you can also get yourself out of that mental block. You get what I'm saying? By the
Right.
different ways, like you said, whether it's working out, you know, watching Animal Planet, walking your dog, or whatever it may be.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to how it make me feel, yeah, it make me feel low. It make me feel down and out. But at the same time, I'ma check myself. You feel what I'm saying? Oh,
Got
oh,
to check yourself. You got
you
to
you
check
feel
yourself.
me? You
You
feel
gotta
me?
wake
So
up.
you feel me? Cause I feel like ain't nobody gonna check yourself before you do. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? Cause ain't nobody gonna know you in the mental block. Cause 9 times out of 10, you not expressing to nobody you in the mental block.
Right.
So so what other way can you get out besides, hey boy, get your together.
Do you feel me?
You feel what I'm saying?
Hey.
And I feel like if you can't tell yourself that, then those are the people that stay in the mental block for a long period of time because they
Yeah.
can't even face themselves to be like, hey, check yourself. You'll check yourself before you wreck yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
That.
And I feel like if a person can't do that, then you're gonna be in a mental block for a long time. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna have to need a person like me, that accountability department. Oh,
Mm.
you ain't been productive in a minute.
Hey, what's
You feel
going
what I'm
on
saying?
now? Hey, did you close out?
You feel what I'm saying? You
You
might
clocked out for
you might
good.
need that person. You feel what I'm saying? You might need a person to hold you accountable, check in with you every now and then, you feel me? And
Definitely.
9 times
Everybody
out of
need
10,
one, man.
you
Unless
feel what
you
I'm
just
saying?
the
But
GOAT.
9 times out of 10, your friends or whoever you rolling with should be your accountability partners. They should be tapped in with you, feel what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just like, you know when some, like if you been rocking with a person so long, like man, you know when something wrong with me. I know when something wrong with you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you. Hey man, I ain't seen you. I ain't heard from you what you got going on. You dining out over there? Talk to your boy so I can pick you up. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like
is it laying face down?
Hey, and I'm like that right there. If your friend can't call or point out like or see that you possibly going through something or off spin, I feel like if it's your friend, y'all should be checking in with each other on the regular, whether it's a quarter, monthly, or every week. You feel what I'm saying? If your partners or your people ain't checking in with you, then get what? They ain't your people. They ain't really caring about you. You get what I'm saying? You could be over there in the mental block for a whole year, and them folk pull up on you, man. Like, what's going on?
You about ready to off yourself, man. Don't nobody even know it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. That mental health, man. That's serious, man.
It's very serious. You feel me? And I just feel like everybody needs to evaluate your group around you, your friends, or whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
Because that circle, you got to make sure that circle tight, man.
Yeah.
Keep it real small.
Your group got to be able to hold you accountable. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody got to hold up their end of the table. Shit, whether it's 4 legs on that table or 6, somebody got to hold up their side.
Somebody got to hold it.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's just the way I look at it. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's a way you can avoid mental blocks. And just strength off of that, how do you think you can avoid mental blocks?
Avoiding them, honestly, man. Don't overthink. So you gotta have. To me, I like to do small plans. I like to have 3-step plans, man. 3-step, no more than 5 steps. Like I was saying earlier, 2 things a day, like major things, like something that's gonna actually take time to do, not no 10-minute jobs. You know what I'm saying? When I stretch myself out, when I have 10 steps, and I crash out, but I'll be like, I don't know what to do. Like I forget what I have to do. I forget my time, and I forget a lot of things. Like, man, what step I'm on now? And it'll take me so long. I forget. Step 1 gonna take me 2 hours. Step 2 might take me 3 hours. I'll be forgetting how, you know what I'm saying, how I'm gonna do all that stuff. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But what's your input on
that? To avoid them,
what you do to avoid?
It's multiple different ways to avoid them. You feel what I'm saying? For me, if I feel like I'm going into a mental block, yeah, I gave y'all the examples earlier, but for me, if I can sit down and read and kind of just possibly hear somebody else or read about somebody else's story, or just read a book that, whether it's motivational, biography, or just learning something in general. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like if you get your brain off of whatever you possibly got a block on and put it on something else, something new. You ain't gonna say something new, something you probably ain't thought about in a while. Possibly that thought that keep on coming in your mind on the regular, but you ain't been paying no mind because you've been focused on whatever you got yourself immersed into. So for me, I feel like just constantly be relaxing and re-entertaining your brain with something other than with what you are immersed in, because you got to give your brain that time to relax. You feel what I'm saying? It can't be stuck on one thing, because your brain, it's a lot of different parts of that brain. And you got to be honest with yourself. If you focus on one thing, you probably only be using, let's just say, 25% of your brain. But if you were working on it, if you trying to relax and tap into something else, it might hit that 3rd percentile in the back of your brain to ignite it up. To be like, okay, now I got another thought to go with what I already merged in. So sometimes you gotta get away from something to get another thought to enhance whatever you already was in. You feel what I'm saying? You get multiple different thoughts from a lot of different things. That's why I say, as human beings, that's why we got the creative mind and the ability to multitask, to be merged in different things. You feel what I'm saying? Because one thing can create a thought for another thing. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like people can avoid that mental block. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just like this right here. Let's put it like this right here. Read a chapter a day. I guarantee you'll finish that book by the end of the year. By the end of the month. You read a chapter a day, you'll knock out a book quick rather than somebody that say, oh, I can sit here and read this whole book in a day. Now, if you just a book nerd like that, and your brain done been doing that since you young and old, then I expect you to do that. I'm not that type of person. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll give you a chapter a day, maybe 2. You feel what I'm saying? But I guarantee
I'll try to push out
at
least 2. You know what I'm saying?
You feel what I'm saying? But I guarantee that chapter a day, I'll take that one step and be productive.
You gonna finish that book. Man, you'll finish that book in a week and a half.
You feel what I'm saying? You just taking one step at a time. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I feel like people got to break it down to take one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? Don't put no unrealistic goal as your Friday goal. No, put something simple as your Friday goal. Like, let me make sure I mentally think about whatever. Let's just say, for instance, if y'all don't know, Credo Sports Performance. If you need speed, agility training,
they see it on your chest.
You feel what I'm saying? You see it on my chest. You see that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm building that up from the ground up. But for me, and let's just be realistic, I have to be productive at building my business and my brand every single day. You feel what I'm saying? But I ain't thinking all the way to Z. Like I said, I'm drawing A down. I'm putting A on that paper, but I'm thinking about B. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like people got to break it down. If you know, I got to have this written up by Friday, all right, Monday, well planning. I'm writing out how I'm going to write whatever. Let's just say I got a paper to write by the end of Friday. All right, it's Monday. Monday, I'm game planning. I'm strategizing how I want to write this paper. I'm whatever they used to call it, where you write all your thoughts out. You feel what I'm saying? You write their thoughts about it. Boom. That's what you do on Monday. Come Tuesday,
spider web.
All right. That spider web. On Tuesday, let me break that spider web down into different categories. Come Wednesday, I done got them categories down there. Now I'm finna start writing. Boom. Thursday, let me review what I wrote so I can take out whatever I don't want and put in whatever I need to put in. Boom. Come Friday, your paper done. Get what? Goal achieved. You feel what I'm saying? You got to break it down by steps in order to get that full picture. You feel what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it, and I feel like you can avoid a lot of stuff that way.
Definitely, that's true. That's true facts, man. Deep, but you go all the way in, don't you?
I say, man, I can't. And I feel like
give him a cherry, you give him a whole cake.
You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like for me, bro, and I just told y'all, shit, I'm doubling up in 2022. I'm going for it all. So I feel like if you're associated with me, or you even want to become associated with me, I'm applying pressure. And if you don't like people to apply pressure to you or go deep, then I feel like a person that goes deep, it helps you think about a lot of stuff that never probably would have crossed your mind. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. You know what I mean? I respect a person that can sit down and chop it up for an hour. Because I guarantee you within that hour, you're going to learn a lot more than a 2-3 minute conversation. You feel what I'm saying? It might help you with something personally that you're going through your life. And you don't even know it's going to help you, but you take the time to actually sit down and listen to people, or take the time to sit down and actually tune into yourself. That's what I'm going to tell people to do. Tune into yourself. You know what I mean? Every day, I feel like a person should give themselves their alone time for an hour. Give yourself alone time for an hour. Get away from everything for an hour. Put your phone up, do everything, and just sit and process your thoughts. But here's the question, man. I mean, here's the kicker. A lot of people can't even do that because they scared to battle their mind. You feel what I'm saying? They scared to immerse themselves into something because they scared they're going to go to a mental block. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people scared of that. You feel what I'm saying?
That scaredness will get you there.
You feel me?
Scaredness will get you there.
I'm the type of person that I'm just trying to make sure everybody chasing whatever they might be chasing. I just want everybody to succeed. You feel me? And if I gotta go deep every time that I talk for just one person to hear me, I'm gonna do that because I guarantee that'll be a major blessing to that person's life. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like that's how everybody should be. Like you should wanna engage in conversation, have deep conversations with people because not only you probably blessing them, but they blessing you too. Like if me and you chop it up, and I'll tell you this off strength, and I'll tell it on live. You feel what I'm saying? I always learn something from you every time we chop it up. You feel what I'm saying?
Deep,
Because that's just the way we are. When we chop it up, we really chopping it up. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't like
choppy.
you feel what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's just how I go about it. And I'm to the point now, 2022. I ain't no just kicking it with me. If you ain't talking being productive, you ain't talking about taking the next steps to be productive or trying to be the best version of yourself. Get what, Coach Wilk ain't got no kicking for you.
I'm trying to tell you that how I am for real, man. And that's probably why I got a mentor, man. That's another thing. He helped me out with my mental block. And I forget that I knew I had a mentor and I knew I could go to him about anything, especially with business related stuff. Never went to him about personal stuff because that's not why I hired. You know what I'm saying? So I forgot I can go to him about my problems in my business. And that's why I don't know, man. I thought about that the other week, like right towards the end of because I knew I was about to overcome my mental block. I was fighting by myself. Then I started thinking about like, damn, that mentor, he got a solution for this. What I'm doing. Soon I talked to him, he called me out. He like, you had a roadblock. But this is what I'm like, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. This is what you need to do, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I should have talked to you like day one. Like, I went through it the whole week for real, but it lasted about 4 days. But I like, why I didn't call you day one? And the days I was supposed to be on my I missed a live coaching call. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Probably because I had my head in the dirt, and I'm like, man, I need to get back up. You know what I'm saying? But when I did talk to him, he broke it down to me what was going on. He like, I see what you're going through. This, then the third, you are this close. I'm like, all right, tweak this, tweak that, and you back on track. So you gotta have that accountability partner, mentors in your space. You got to have that. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy.
But most of all for me, and I'm just, if you know Wilk, it's Forever Family Fridays. It's one love, one take with me. And I just feel like if a person around you or a person associated with you, they should be considered family. And I feel like you should be able to go converse or talk to your family or be able to express what you're going through to your family members. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And them be able to give you positive feedback to help you get out of that space that you're in. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I be telling people, you feel what I'm saying? Don't hold shit in. Even if you gotta talk it out, even if you gotta talk it out or write it out, just try to let somebody else see what you're going through or hear what you're going through. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I tell people, shit, I'm a good at it. I'll sit down and I'll listen to anybody talk. I'll let you express your feelings. You feel what I'm saying? I'll let you express your feelings. I'll let you express your feelings, but at the same time, once you get done expressing your feelings, you get done doing that, get what?
Little feedback.
Now it's time for a solution. Now it's time to get to it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you how to get back right. We're gonna come up with a plan to get back right. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel you feel what I'm saying? And I feel like if you can't call your partner, your blood, your brother, your sister, your cousin, whatever you want to call it, it ain't gotta be blood, just your partner. If you can't call them and they can't be an ear, or you can't write that not to them, and then they be like, all right, bro, I read what you're going through. Come on, let's talk it out. You feel what I'm saying? Because me personally, I don't like to see my family hurting whatsoever, whether it's even a little single mental block. You feel what I'm saying? If I can help you get out that mental block, if I can, give you some type of positive, what is like, hey, I'm standing 10 toes behind you. Just a little bit of support will get a person out of a mental block.
A
You
little
feel what
bit.
I'm
That's all
saying?
they be needing, boy.
That's all you need,
That's
just
all
a
they be
little support,
needing.
dog.
Right. I
But
got a couple. I got a couple people, man, that I can call on, including you. I got a couple people I can call on, talk to, and I just be wanting it straight. I don't want no sugar on mine, boy. Give it to me straight. Sometimes, a lot of people like you're not gonna say a lot of people, but sometimes you got a negative Nancy, you got that negative Nick. Give it to me straight. Yeah, how it's supposed to be. Give it to me straight, but that positivity will take you so far, man. And it's like
but
gas. It's fuel, man.
that's always a positive like fuel. You feel what I'm saying? But let's also understand that some don't get positive and negative mixed up. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because sometimes with the way the world built
It really just be the
nowadays,
truth, and you don't be want to
you
hear
feel
it
what I'm
most
saying?
times.
Yeah, now I'm just
Yeah.
gonna put it like that. Sometimes a person can be telling you the truth and they think it's negative energy.
Yeah, and
No,
come
a
out, it
person
come
just
out like
holding you
that.
accountable. A person just holding you accountable. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like once we understand that, and that is everybody as a whole. I don't care how old you is. You feel what I'm saying? If you can learn how to accept somebody stepping on your toe, like putting you on, telling you, hey, look, this what you fucking up at, or this what you doing, and you know what I mean? If you can take that correction
Yeah,
and be like, oh, that's positive energy he gave me.
right,
That because
right.
it's not negative. It's just him being true.
Mm.
Him or she being true. It's just how do you take it in? You feel what I'm saying? And that's why when the people say positive energy, negative energy, nah, I'll play by. Look, you are no positive energy. If somebody keeping it true, being honest with you and supporting you, that's positive energy. You feel what I'm saying? Know the difference. Don't never mistaken the truth for negative energy because that's when you playing with your own mind.
That how I come out. I come out. I give them the truth, and even if it hurts to hear it, I'm gonna give it to you. It hurts to come out my mouth, but I'm gonna give it to you because I'd rather tell you the truth than to tell you what you're doing is cool or this is the situation. The whole situation is cool. I'm never gonna say it's cool, and if it's not, if it's not cool, I'm gonna let you know that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they stuck. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I'm trying to help you, but this is my input. And I give it to them just like that. I give it to them straight. Whether they take it and run with it or not, I done gave them my all. You done got all me. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
do what you want with it. Most times when we speak again, they either gonna avoid from speaking to me, speaking about that situation, but they gonna know, oh, this man out here and gave me the truth here. And some people
You
don't.
feel me?
Some people want a different answer every time, and I give them the exact same answer, especially when they in the wrong. I'm like, look, man, it ain't working. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What you doing ain't working. You got to get out of that hole. You know what I'm saying? So I give it to them straight every time. Like the answer don't change with me. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah.
if it's the truth. You feel
And,
me,
and
man?
yeah, and I respect that a lot. But I'm gonna kind of put you on edge on here, kind of going in and with this right here. If you
Talk to me.
if one person listening to this, you feel what I'm saying, or whoever might listen to this, and if they going through a mental block, what would you tell them right now?
What would I tell them, man? My first goal, my first thing, and it always would be is to pray, man. You got to get out. You got to get out of this situation. You got to pray it away. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get in a corner, man, and get in a closet. Whatever you want to do, however you pray. I don't really pray in the closet, but I pray. When I pray, I am my knees hit the ground when I pray, especially when I'm in a tough situation. My that's my number one thing. Like pray, man. Pray, talk to God. God gonna get you right every time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks don't like working out. I like working out. So that's my second solution. I go do something active. I get myself tired, but I be so tired I can't even think half the time. You know what I'm saying? So I do
Yeah.
that, man. And I don't when I'm praying, man, I'm praying against it. And I don't go back on that subject, man. Like when I'm praying against what I'm going through or praying for a better solution, I don't go back on that subject, man. It's not you gotta take a break from that, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I get out that situation. Like I pray, let God have like oh, it's out my hands now. Like even though I got a whole day ahead of me, I can't work on this now because I'm already in my blockage stage. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let this
Mm-hmm.
thing digest or develop all the way through. Let me try again tomorrow. You feel me?
Yeah.
Let me go work out. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? I come back, I read, and I do all that stuff too. But you know what I'm saying? But I don't be focusing on the main thing that's blocking me. I got to give a time for that to heal. You know what I'm saying? I let go and let God. You feel me? God have a better answer for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wake up with a clear mind, like, oh yeah, I got this. Boom, boom. This, that, and the third. But man, I feel good. Man. I feel good with my little situation now. Because it was so small, man. I could have easily jumped over that obstacle, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it be like that. It be
It be the
like that.
smaller thing too, like man, it crazy. But
Yeah.
man, yeah, we gonna end it tonight. It was a good one, man. This our first little duo, man. Our first little episode or whatever.
First
However,
duo.
you feel me? I told the people we coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Closed on Mondays, man. Hey, Deion, you can get on your handlers, man. You know your social medias and all that stuff. You can say it, you know, you can say it, but I'm gonna drop it on the thing. You know what I'm saying? So, for the
That's cool. Make
content,
sure you
that's
drop
it.
it on. Yeah, just drop it
Yeah.
on the thing. But real quick, for a person that might be listening to this, might be going through a mental block. Only thing I'm gonna tell you is just sit down, break it back down to the basics. You know, be thankful for where you at right now in life. You feel what I'm saying? And just go back to the basics. Start all the way over from the basic and just, you know, reinvent that wheel because it ain't over yet. You feel what I'm saying? You just got a
Right.
little block going on. You feel what I'm saying? But just go back, take a couple steps back, and then just run and jump over it this time. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I just want to tell people to do, man, just don't give up. You know, sometimes you got to take a step back to get a running start to jump over that block. You know what I mean?
Right.
But most of all, man, always stay true to yourself and live it up to the fullest. And I'm gonna end it on that. You feel me? Y'all know what it is. You feel me? I say it every Friday. I gotta bless your show
Go
with
ahead.
it. You feel me?
Go
Saying,
ahead. Go
but for
ahead.
most of y'all know, it's your boy Wilk. You feel me? Saying co-hosting for Closed on Mondays, but y'all know what tomorrow is. Hey,
Forever Family Friday. Got
Forever
to hop
Family
on, man. Got to
Friday.
hop on.
You feel me saying? If y'all ain't tapped into it yet, tap into it. You feel me saying? I just be trying to talk, motivate people. You feel me saying? Because everybody need some type of motivation. You feel me saying? Whether it's from somebody you know or ET the hip hop preacher. You feel me saying? Just
You
make sure
feel me?
you know if you just need somebody to talk to or you just need to hear a voice. You feel me saying? Tune in to Forever Family Fridays. Because with me,
Thanks.
it's one love, one take. You feel me saying? That's all I got.
All right, man. We're gonna end it on that, man. Closed on Monday, man. We got some content coming, man. We got a list of things coming.
Oh,
So
for sure.
expect us to be back next week. I don't know what day, man. It's closed on Monday, but man, that doesn't mean the show gonna air on Monday. But we're gonna come with something very consistent every week. So expect for all of that to come, man. So all right, peace out. We'll holler at y'all, man. It's over with.
Ah.